We all are brothers. If we look at the Islamic principles, we will find that Islam invites all mankind to live together as a family of God, where distinctions of race, color, religion, or position are removed, and all human beings live as brothers and sisters. The Holy Quran says, O mankind, we created you from a male and female, and made you into nations and tribes, that you may know each other. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, all creatures of God's children and those dearest to God are the ones who treat his children kindly. All people are brothers and sisters and have common parenthood. They are from one and the same father and mother, Adam and Eve. They have one God and originally had one religion and spoke one language. There were no social prejudices, no differences between them, and all of them were enjoying life equally. Their end is the same, and their destination at their journey's end is to God. The Holy Quran commands all Muslims to have a good relationship with each other and with all human beings, and said, and abstain from violating relations between people, and said again, say kind things to other people. It is clear that Islam calls for universal human brotherhood on the basis of respectful and sound relationships. Before God, all people are equal. No preference is related to riches or noble power or influence, position or occupation. And Quran says, the noblest of you in the sight of God is the best in conduct. So, good conduct is the basis of reference and is the main action that differentiates between good and evil. It gives, however, does it privilege over other human beings. One day, a Muslim quarreled with a black person and called him the son of Negro. When Prophet Muhammad was informed of the incident, he said to the Muslim person, you are still being influenced by the tradition of the days of ignorance. And the Quran says, the most honored of you before God is the most righteous of you. So, Islam acknowledges human rights and affirms the dignity of mankind and universal human brotherhood. Quran reminds Muslims of the unity of mankind by nature and origin. This helps in eliminating racial pride and prejudices and claims the ethnic of superiority. It gives way to the growth of genuine feeling of human brotherhood among people of different religions. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, none of you is a true believer until and unless he loves for his fellow men what he loves for himself. Everyone is entitled to exercise his freedom of belief, conscience, and worship. Freedom, equality, and human brotherhood. A Muslim should consider all human beings as brothers and sisters in humanity, and also obliged to be kind and fair to everyone. People need relationships between each other. This is a part of our existence and an integral part of our life. Relationships should be based on love that binds people together. The Quran says, believers, whether men or women, must act as friends to one another. One of the important aspects of a good relationship is the individual desires to be appreciated. Say a pleasant conversation, a gift, an encouraging word, a pat on the shoulder, or even a smile is some forms of appreciation. It always has a psychological effect on the individual's spirit and can easily change their attitudes and influence their characters. This can lead to a good relationship and cohesive brotherhood. It is easy and it is not easy to establish or to maintain relationships. Now, it requires time and effort, sincerity and sacrifice. Any established relationships needs maintenance to keep it going, acknowledging that everyone makes mistakes and sometimes people are feeling hurt by others' actions intentionally or unintentionally. People should correct their mistakes once they realize them. This will improve the relationship and keep good relationships and friendship. It is a pity that some people are deceiving themselves by not admitting their mistakes and keep making them. They also should admit their wrongdoings and not always find unacceptable excuses which bring only unnecessary arguments. The right thing to do is feeling sorry when realizing what was done wrongly and apologize for it. People should adjust themselves to each other, cope with the differences and accept each other as they are. The Quran said, repay evil with something that is finer and see how someone who is separated from you because of the enmity will become a bosom friend. Some people are very sensitive to criticism and get easily upset. They feel attacked if a word they don't like is spoken. They immediately get defensive and hit back. The Quran says, practice forgiveness, command decency, and avoid ignorant people. All people go through periods of good and bad times. It is human nature and is part of life. Any problem that arises in a relationship can be solved peacefully if people are careful enough and sensible. This improves the relationships and brings people much closer to each other.